Today we're talking about Q4 and some tips to help you maximize your profits, maximize your time, and I'm going to jump right into it. For those of you who are like, get to the content already, here it is. So if you just decide to treat your Amazon business exactly the same as you have all year, you're going to miss out on some amazing opportunities. And so the tip number one is that if you're experiencing your fourth quarter and you're like, it's October 1st, why haven't my sales doubled yet? Just know that fourth quarter sales are actually, they begin to increase a little bit in October, but the real increase comes at the middle of November and into December. And so the first tip is, don't freak out if your sales aren't going crazy just because it's October 1st. There's still time to prepare. There's still time to get inventory in. There's still time to, make your bundles, get those things ready, get as much inventory as you can to Amazon as soon as you can so that you're ready for the rush. And so that's the tip number one. Tip number two is, while the majority of sales during Q4 happen in December, you want to make sure you still have inventory there for the buyers in January. I would say, like in the business world, fourth quarter is October, November, December. But the three best months for making money on Amazon are actually November, December, and January. And some people might be like, January? Why are people buying stuff in January? Well, they have gift cards that they got for Christmas that are burning a hole in their pocket, and they want to go get what they want. They might have looked at what they got for Christmas this year and think to themselves, well, I actually really wanted something else. I'm going to go get what I want. And then, of course, with different Christmas gifts, there's accessories, there's, companion packs, there's all sorts of different things that go with it for both kids and adults. There's the little girl who gets the Barbie, she now wants the Ken doll, and the boy who gets the Hot Wheels track, he wants to get new cars for his Hot Wheels, or an additional track for his Hot Wheels track. And so there's all sorts of stuff that people want to get to add on it. So when the middle of December comes and you're thinking, oh, it's too late to send stuff in, I'm going to lose out on the rush, just keep sending stuff in, because January can be just as good as November is if you still have things. And so keep reinvesting stuff into your business, into inventory, and it will really pay off in the long run. So that's tip number two, knowing that you want to make sure that during Q4 this year, you just keep sending stuff in, because the big sales are also going to happen in January. Tip number four is, how I look at sales rank is very different during Q4 as I do during the rest of the year. I will expand my sales rank guidelines, buying guidelines, sourcing guidelines during Q4. While I might not buy a toy ranked 300,000 in toys during the other 3 months or the other 9 months of the year, during Q4 I will consider it if there's not a ton of other sellers, but if the ROI is there, I will do it. I want to show you a graph on Camel, and you can kind of see this is what happens during Q4. There's plenty of sales throughout the year, but Q4, the sales rank, and that's what this number is. I'm hoping this kind of focuses well. But the sales rank on this item, it stays during November and December very high. Lots of sales. And then the rest of the year, it just kind of goes normally. So I'm fine buying an item with that kind of sales rank, a higher sales rank for toys, and either home and kitchen items, all sorts of different categories. I'll expand my sales rank criteria. And it's how both the sales rank and even the prices of some items will go, the prices will go up come Christmas and then come down after Christmas time. And the sales rank will do the same thing. They'll go up during Christmas time and then go down after Christmas time. This is why Amazon sellers love it, because the turnover is much faster, the ROI is much greater, and the potential for profit is amazing. So that's tip number three, that I suggest people expand their sourcing guidelines when it comes to sales rank. Tip number four is this one. Too many sellers freak out when they get an email from Amazon saying holiday selling guidelines for toys and games, and they're like, oh my gosh, did I just get kicked out of toys? What happened? And they start reading the email, and it says to them, greetings, we're here to tell you that you need to have the following metrics in order to be approved to sell in toys and games. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, am I going to lose? If I can't sell toys and games during Q4, I'm going to lose my head, and I'm not going to be able to make any money. And I don't know why people don't continue reading down to the bottom of the email, but it says, this is for those who focus on merchant fulfilled, sales. If you are approved to sell an FBA, then you are automatically approved to sell toys during FBA. And not only that, your FBA sales will count towards your metrics to be approved to sell merchant fulfilled during the Amazon holiday season. So tip number 4 is that if you're selling on FBA, you are automatically going to be approved to sell toys during Q4. And you'll also be able, if your metrics are good, which if Amazon's taking care of your shipping and you don't have too much negative feedback and things like that, you'll be able to sell merchant fulfilled too. And I recommend doing that. There's times, especially the last 2 weeks before Christmas, when selling something merchant fulfilled is a good idea to be able to get the sale. So that's tip number 4. And finally today, tip number 5 is that if you, on a regular basis, reprice your inventory, now might be the last time I reprice till maybe February or so. And the reason why is this. With Q4, sales velocity starts to rise very quickly. Prices begin to rise very quickly. Usually I want to sell things as quick as I can. And usually when people reprice, they lower price. Now, I do suggest if you have some items that you think you might need to raise your price during Q4, you can raise it. But right now, patience brings profit. Amy Fairman talked about, having patience earlier today during her Periscope. It was awesome. If you don't follow her, be sure you check her out. She's got a lot of wisdom that she drops every day. And your patience will bring profits, because just wait a little bit. Unless you're like dying for more capital to spend on more inventory, just wait. Don't spend time repricing your inventory just to kind of get the next sale, when 2 or 3 weeks from now, or maybe a month and a half from now, the price will rise and you'll get your sale at your price. So I'd much rather sell an item for $35 on November the 2nd than $10 on October the 1st. So that's tip number 5. If you reprice your inventory often, and there's lots of good reasons for repricing, if you're thinking of lowering your price, look at the sales rank and think, you know what? If I'm just wait a little bit, I'll be able to get my price later on, and I can use the time I would be spending repricing on other profitable actions from my business. So those are 5 tips that really helped me maximize my profits and my time during Q4. Again, if you just kind of relax and kind of keep doing your business as you usually do it, you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities. That's all for today. I really appreciate you watching this video, and if you liked it, I'd appreciate a thumbs up below. If you have a comment or a question, leave that below too. We do our best to reply to comments as soon as we can. If you want to add to the discussion what we're talking about, leave a comment below. If you have a question, trying to understand things better, or maybe how to take it even deeper, leave that below and we'll do our best to reply. And if you want to make sure you don't miss out on any upcoming videos, be sure you click subscribe so that you are able to follow us and get all the free Amazon FBA training videos that come out all the time. And if you want to learn more about me, go to fulltimefba.com, click subscribe, get a bunch of free PDFs, things that are able to help you take your business to the next level. And of course, if you're looking for any of the links that we talked about in this video today, those can be found in the description below, so you can click on that and go find out more information about the things that you're wanting to know. So that's all again for today. Find out more from me, fulltimefba.com. I hope to see you there, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.